Hello YouTube, this is Bash bringing you here for week 8 of the CPC D League Season 5, and we are up against Dallas. What's his? I think his name is the Dallas Cartanas. Very good battler. I think he's right now is he top in the league? I think he is. Um, yeah, I think he's top of the league right now. And his team, so his team is, oh my god. Yeah, it's Dallas Boy. Dallas Boy. Uh, Definitely a great guy, by the way. But yeah, his team is disgusting. Um, yeah, let me go over his team real quick. He has Celestial, Omega Diancie, Suicune, Crocodile, Klefki, Como, Shaman, Quillfish, Dundee T, and Embor, with the captains being Como and Embor. My team consists of Mega Mawon, Necrozma, Salamence, Nidoking, Bribombi, Alolan Persian, Decidueye, Volcanion, Mesprit, Porygon 2, Rotom, Fan, and Scrafty. His team is disgusting. It's very difficult for me to play against this one. I get this match. Not well because he has so much bulk. Like just combination of Celesteela, Celesteela and Suicune and Shaman and Quillfish and even Emboar to an extent. And then on top of that, you have things like screens. You have Magic Bounce and Mega Diancie. It's just very difficult to play around right there. So we're just gonna have to play around it though. So we're gonna have to bring some interesting sets to begin with. Things I'm kind of nervous about. First off, um, I am terrified of Head Smash Embor. Straight up. Um, that thing is an absolute monster. I am also slightly worried about the what's it called? I'm also worried about Como, but that's always because of the extent which Como is. I love Como. If you don't know that, the logo is basically Como. Our channel logo is basically Como. So like that, I know how to use that thing. That thing's terrifying. I'm scared of it as well. But there's things that take away from it because I could run like a Scarf Salamence kind of thing and just outspeed and just take it after it D-dances once. Um, Things to also keep in mind, Suicune's always annoying to battle against. Um, and also, he has some decent electric mute. He has like Thunder T and Crocodile, which are pretty decent Thunder electric switch-ins. And there's Komaro as well. But like then he's got a lot of weaknesses. And Shaman's a good electric switch-in too. But he also has a pretty good weakness too. He also all four of those mons are weak to electric. Not weak to electric. The resist electric are weak to ice. So Bolt Beam coverage this week is really good as well. Just to keep that in mind. Yeah, so let's go into the team we're bringing this week. Got Mega Mawile, Jolly set to outspeed Suicune, I think, defensive Suicune. Player of Thunder Punch, Iron Head, Sucker Punch. This thing hits his team incredibly hard. I will say, though, that I probably will get destroyed by an Earth Power by Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie is a huge threat, as I said before. Next is Cyberduck, Recover, Thunder Beam, Ice Beam, HP Steel with Trace. I was thinking about running Analytic Iron Tail to hit Mega Diancie in case it's Calm Mind, but like I didn't want to risk the inaccuracy, to be honest. So I don't know. But then we got special summons this week. We got Dragonium Z, Bruce, Draco Meteor, HP Steel, Flamethrower. A lot of defense investment in 140 defense. This is my Crook check. This and also check Embor if it's not Head Smash. So it keeps that in mind. HP Steel is really good. It pretty much destroys Mega Diancie. Flamethrower, 2 shots, Celesteela for most cases. Dragonium Z is there to just nuke something like Suicune, especially if it's not Rest Talk. And it could also just destroy a bunch of his mods on his team. So this thing, I hope the set comes in clutch this week. Then we got J Bombi, the right Bombi, Choice Scarf, U-Turn, Moonblast, Bug Buzz, Trick. I like Trick this week because of the fact I have Celesteela, Suicune, Shaman, Klefki, Quillfish, stuff like those. Don't want to be tricked to Choice Scarf most often or not. I mean, Shaman does. Shaman's fine with the Choice Scarf, but like most often or not, they don't want Choice Scarves. So that's really good to know. I could have also brought Stickuos, but like that's something to keep in mind. Moonblast, and also I like this mon because it outspeeds Como at +1. So this is my Como check for D-Dance Como. Then we got the Decidueye here. The Decidueye is in fact the Defog Haze Leaf Blade U-turn set. This is here to help with Suicune. I should have probably put more investment in the speed in it just in case he's a subset, but that's something in mind I need to keep in mind though. And then last but not least, we got Necrozma, Moonlight, Calm Mind, Psychic, Heatwave. I was debating between Cobra and Leftovers for a while, but we will end up going with Leftovers just in case. Because I felt like I felt like I could take Crook out earlier on in the match. Even though it has a decent matchup, I felt like I was able to take it out earlier. So maybe I don't know if I'm gonna regret that decision yet, but yeah. But this is the set we're going with. Very defensive. Calm Mind really put in a lot of work, especially up against the Suicune, which is why I have Psychic over Photon Geyser because of the pressure. I don't want to deal with the pressure of Suicune, so let's go into this match. I believe I lead off with Brybombi. Yeah, I lead off with Brybombi. I get the U-turn freely right now. I believe I go straight into Porygon 2. That's my switch in here. Just in case he goes for Rocks or Toxic 2, I can get the Magic Bounce and bounce it back to him. But he just goes for Moonblast, just 29%. That's fine. Make a prediction. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt, predicting the Suicune or Celestia or Quillfish, and we're looking pretty good. And I'm going for a Thunderbolt again, which wasn't the right play, but like I stand by that play. I think it was for my decision, like it was the best play for me to make. He goes in a Crook Out. I'm going to Salamence to get that Intimidate off, knock off. And here's the thing, I did not calc much this game. So if I actually calced correctly, I would have realized this is Banded Crook. I did not calc it. Like I did not do any calcs this entire game. So that's just keep that in mind for later on. But I go for the Flamethrower, expecting this Celestia to come in. And then I'm gonna go for a Draco here. Make sure he doesn't set up any spikes or T spikes here. That is a dead Quillfish right there, looking really good. He goes into Celestia, and I'm gonna switch out here, go into Cosmize. He reveals to be Autonomized, so I'm thinking maybe Autonomize weakness policy, especially since he does not have Z move Celestia. I can see that, or I can see something like or like a Wakan berry, or what's it called, Akaberry kind of thing, for Celestia. So that's something to keep in mind. So he's gonna go for Earthquake. It doesn't do anything to me. I'm just gonna Moonlight up, see what he want to do, and then I'm gonna go for Heatwave now. I didn't really think +2 would do that much to me anyway at that point, because look at the Earthquake damage. Like it would have done like 42 after that. So like I still would have been able to it still wouldn't even two-shot me. So that's kind of insane. But he goes into Suicune. I'm gonna go into this Decidueye here, as he subs up, revealing that he is a leftover set. He's probably sub-toxic, which he is, which is annoying. But we're gonna have to deal with it. I wish I had Roost on this thing, but I have Defog instead, just because of the fact that I go into Red Bomb here. He goes for Protect. He goes to Protect. So this is going to be a sub-toxic Protect Red Bombi. I'm going to go for a Trick, but he makes a good play and goes to Mega Dance. I go into Porygon 2. He goes for a Calm Mind, which is a huge problem, because this is where I wish I had Iron Tail, because I'm going to recover this off, get up, and I should have recovered one more time, but I made the misplay and didn't. And I go for HP Steel and it doesn't do enough, so I basically misplayed this part. So I'm gonna go to this Decidueye. It's one of the things I can live a hit at this point. And I'm gonna go for a Leaf Blade. Does a decent amount of Thunderous, not too much though. As he goes for a U-turn, revealing that he's probably like not a sub threat at that point. As I go for U-turn, get my own momentum, and I go into Necrozma here, and I'm gonna double into Salmons, predicting the Crocodile, I believe. Yeah. And I know it's not Intimidate, but it's fine. I'm gonna Roost. I think I Roost up here. Yeah, I Roost up here, see what I want to do, and I'm gonna click this Dragonium Z, expecting him to try to sub up or something like that. As I bring him down to 4%, which is really good. So that means that we're in a really good position now. As he goes for Protect, trying to scout out what I want to do, I'm gonna go for a Draco. Try to waste out another Draco, I guess. And he goes to Mega Dance. I could have made the play, but I didn't want to. I didn't feel like it was necessary. As he goes to Mega Dance. And I'm just gonna stay and click HP Steel. I think he was gonna over predict. So he gets up Rocks, that's fine. And he goes into Thunderous. I'm gonna go to Mawa because at this point, Mawa doesn't look that good in this matchup. Look at it. Doesn't live a hit from Thunderous. as you just saw right there. I don't think it's going to live a hit from Thunderous. Suicune's at 17%, so that's about the only thing you can do, but it still outspeeds it. It could be really shenanigans with that. Celestial is pretty much, and Celestial has Earthquake. I mean, that's probably the best I could do with it, and this thing outspeeds me, clicks Earthquake, so like that's a big problem too. So I'm gonna go to Ribombi. I think I go for the Moonblast here. I probably should have went to Sidgewai here at this point because I realized that he's choice specs. So I probably should have went to Sidgewai, but that's my own fault at that point. So I go for a Leaf Blade because I don't have much to hit Thunderous with this one, but he goes for a knockoff, takes me out. So at this point, we're looking. I don't know. He's got the Moxie boost too, so that's terrifying. So I believe I bring him down. I believe I go for a flamethrower, predicting the switch here, as he ends up showing that he actually is weakness policy. So that's really good that he didn't get it off earlier. I get the two-shot it with Salmons, and now at this point he goes in Thunderous. He goes for Thunderbolt, doesn't take me out. I go for the flamethrower, and this is where I misplayed hard. So I don't know why. Okay, so this is where the calcs came in earlier, which I messed up with. Because here's the thing. I thought he was Choice Scarf or Crocodile, not Choice Bandit this entire time. This entire game I thought he was Choice Scarf. So the right play would click Roost. Because if I Roost, I actually live a knockoff at this point. But because he actually is banded, I because he's banded, I outspeed him. I click Roost, and I could just waste it off. I could Roost off the knockoffs eventually. It would bring me amount of roosts low, but like I still have a lot of roosts left. I've only used one so far. Because here's the thing: Choice Scarf with Moxie Cricket out doesn't take the Cosmo out after the Moxie boost. Choice Band 100% does. So that's something I needed to keep in mind. And this is where I misplayed here. I should have roosted because I could have won the game if I did. But yep, we end up losing because of that, because I thought he was Scarf, and that is because I did not use calcs. So that is my own fault. Nobody else's. It's my own fault. I choked the game away, but that's perfectly fine. He had some really good sets too. I felt like the Salmon set was really good. I wish it worked out better. It claimed a lot of kills though, to be honest. It got rid of the Thundy, basically got rid of the Suicune too. Got rid of the Celestia, and almost just took out the Quillfish as well. Almost took out Crocodile as well. So, and it got rid of Mega Dancy, didn't it? Yeah, so it put in a lot of work this game. I'm just disappointed that Salmons could have won me the game right here, but I misplayed hard with it. So, oh well, what can you do? It happens. We fall to 500, so it's 4-4 at this point, and it's looking pretty tight now. Because now we're back really right in the midst of the playoff race. So we're gonna have to win the next couple of games to ensure that I get the spot in the playoffs at least. So we can play Phil next. Phil, who's a funny guy. I like that guy. I think we have Phil, and then the last week I believe we have Dracom, Dracon. I don't know, but that's who I think we have next week. So hopefully we can pull out dubs against the next 2 weeks on it, and ensure our playoff spot. Because I believe if we win both games, we're guaranteed playoffs. I think, but if we don't, we're not. We're not guaranteed, and it's like really tight. I think I need at least win one of them to make sure I get playoffs. Yeah, so even have like a chance at playoffs. If I lose both, I think I might be out. So just a heads up for playoff picture purposes. So thank you all so much for watching. GT to Dallas Boy, and I'll see you next week. Dash.